Welcome everyone, it's Shari Carroll for SimonsStamp.com here with a Funny Friday creation using the Art Impressions Matchbox Toolshed Stamp and Die Set. This is a great set to use for all your handymen in your family. It includes all the tools and paints, and this little thing folds up by using the Matchbook die. This is not included, you'll have to order this separately. But the Matchbook die allows you to create your small scenes, and they fold up into about a 2" by 2" matchbook. I'm going to be die cutting first, and I have some white cardstock and also some Desert Storm cardstock, and I'll be cutting both of these at the same time, and I'm using our Low Tech tape to hold everything in place while I die cut. Once I have everything die cut, I'm going to reserve this outer edge, and I'm going to put this onto our stamp and stencil mat inside my MISTI. And now I can place my stamps right into the openings of the die cut. With the stamps in place on my mat, I can shut the door and press down so that the door can grab the stamps. Next, I'll replace the cutout pieces right into the opening to prepare for stamping. My stamp and stencil mat will keep these in place while I do the stamping. Since I'll be doing some Copic marker coloring, I'm using the Simons Stamp Intense Black ink. And after applying some pressure, I can open the door and reveal my stamped images. Once I'm happy with my designs, I can peel away my background by slightly bending my stamp and stencil mat, and then I can peel off my individual pieces. I'll be keeping my coloring simple, and I'm going to be coloring in all the brown for the wood in this piece. There's a lot of brown, and I want colors that will go with my Desert Storm background. And once I have my browns colored, I'm going in with 3 tones of the red, and I'll be coloring in the toolboxes and the drawers. Next, with a few tones of yellow, I'll be coloring in all the tools. There is a tape measure, a saw, and some gloves that all need to be colored. And finally, I'll be adding some blue to the hat and the paint to finish off my pieces. I do have all my Copic markers listed in the description box below. Next, I'm adding a little bit of stenciling using Latte ink and the mesh stencil from Simons Stamp for a simple design. The next thing I want to do is to bend all these pieces that have a little score line so that I can get these ready for assembly. This first piece will sit flush with the right side, and I want the little wheels to go right down to the bottom. And to secure this in place, I'm going to be using Simons Stamp Craft Tacky Glue. You could also use our thin Terrific tape or even a red line tape to glue these down in place. And next I'll add some glue to the piece that will sit on the left side, and again just putting the glue right on the tab, and then I can line that up to the side and the bottom and press it down. The back piece has a double set of tabs, so you want to fold one back on one side and both back on the other side. And then you will add your glue just to those end tabs only. So once you have your glue on your piece, now you can set this into the center of the back wall, leaving one side aligned to the left or right, and also to the bottom flap. And now you can add glue to the back of the shelf and tools and set that just behind the workbench. And finally, the paint roller and wood will sit on the front floor, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to that tab and place that in front of the rest of the pieces. As part of the Matchbook cover die, there's also a small easel piece, and you can glue this to the back. Just make sure that you have it centered. And this will help your Matchbook stand up on its own when it's opened up for display. Here's a close-up look of my completed tool shed. It turned out super cute, and I love how the dies cut in close to each of those stamp image pieces. This is a super fun project, and it's really nice to have a masculine selection. When this is all folded up, it measures 2 1/8 by 1 7/8 for an ultra compact card. I have all my supplies listed in the description box below, and as always, thanks so much for watching.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at SimonsSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.